'cause I love you so. Lately I find you're on my
Everything
mind
looked the
more
same.
than you know.
I swore it was the same old Richmond Hill I always knew, except for the air raids. See, during World War II, they had all these special rules for us civilians.
Once, I left the smallest little peek open on the quilts, and my father hollered all the way from the kitchen.
Dorothy, get those dang quilts closed!
But see, my brother was never one for rules. He was always the life of the party. But when I was about 8, he went to the military. It was devastating when I found out that I had to say goodbye. He gave me one last tight hug before disappearing around the terminal bend, where he would stay for months at a time in British Columbia, training for the oncoming war. Luckily, he was able to send letters back home to my mother and I. See, it was customary for military mail to be infiltrated, and as such, locations could not be written in case it was traced back to their base camp. Despite the lengthy process, the letters came quite frequently. After my mother was done writing back, she would let me add a few final touches. She would sit me down on the kitchen table and let me draw a series of X and O's all around the border. Sometimes, when I got lazy, I would trail the X and O's until they became a blur.
Why the hell would the CO want to see me?
Sergeant Stevenson, and it's been brought forth by the chain of command that there's a serious and glaring concern regarding your communications across the front lines. Lieutenant General Eleanor J. Collins.
At ease. Sergeant, can you explain this to me? It was addressed to you on March 2nd. Sir, I don't understand. I mean these. X and O's. Explain them to me.
That darn kid.
Sir, no, those aren't what you think they are. I swear that's nothing. See, I have this 8-year-old sister back in Toronto, and she wrote these. You know, X's and O's, hugs and kisses, sir.
The commander thought that the X and O's were some kind of code and seemed adamant on his judgment. So it took a while to convince him that it was nothing more than a symbol of love. Unconvinced, the commander asked my brother for my name. See, my brother was a really smart guy, so he thought of a clever response instead of answering the question.
Dot, sir.
As in dots and dashes from Morse code. You see, the military is supposed to be serious, and soldiers should be well disciplined, especially when reporting to their commander. But my brother was never one for rules. He soon wrote back after that.
Dorothy! Yes?
I miss the farm, Ma, the rolling hills and the long roads. Don't worry about me, Ma. I'll be home soon. I don't think that this war will last much longer. It won't be long now. Hugs and kisses to you all. I love you all dearly. Love, your beloved son. P.S. Don't let the kid write on your letters.
My brother survived the war. I remember the day it ended when the soldiers marched into the Coliseum at the exhibition. I also remember the day I saw my parents cry for the first time. My brother had finally returned home in one piece. When he got to me, he picked me up in a great bear hug and kissed me once on each cheek and said, "Hugs and kisses, isn't that right, Dot?" And I smiled and hugged him back.